again, and welcome to a very special episode 30 of the PS Podcast, Australia's #1 PlayStation podcast, hosted by us. I'm one of your hosts, Khayl, Adam, and as ever, I'm joined by Govinda, Caligula Whitehurst.
Let them hate me so long as they fear me.
If you like what we do here, you can review us on iTunes. 5 stars, please, and tweet at us at @the_PS Podcast and suggest topics for the show. We also have a Facebook page where you can join our ever-growing community. We post episodes weekly and cover everything from Uncharted to PaRappa the Rappa. And now, on with the show. Govinda, what have you been playing?
You caught me off guard. I don't even know.
Dude,
Look,
I fucking nailed that intro.
Dark Souls. Played some Dark Souls,
Okay.
obviously.
Okay.
Goes without saying, really. We got some Severed codes, so we've been playing Severed. We'll talk more about that as this week's talking point.
That's right. Look forward to that.
It's a bit special this week. And that's about it, I'm being honest. I picked up Ratchet and Clank today, so I'm going to get into that. I haven't quite finished Dark Souls, but progress, you know?
Yep,
You can't get in the way of progress.
I have put in a disgusting amount of time into Dark Souls. We're getting into the end phase. I played a little bit of Ratchet, the first 2 levels. Very, very brief. I played for like maybe an hour.
But it just wasn't Dark Souls.
No, my problem is I split focus, and I just want to be done with Dark Souls.
Well, this is kind of my thinking. Like, I'm going to try to get to Ratchet like this week sometime.
Yep.
But I do want to finish Dark Souls, and I'm at Lothric Castle. How far?
Not far.
Like
not
another,
far.
like, what, 6 hours?
No.
Not even.
You've got Lothric, the boss of that castle, and then the final boss.
So Lothric isn't the boss of the castle?
He is. He's
So
not the
Lothric, the boss of the castle, and then one more?
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool.
Correct.
Cool,
So
cool.
you're very close.
Yeah, sweet. That's nice. Lothric Castle had me stumped for a little bit, I gotta be honest.
Full disclosure, I've lapped Govinda. I'm past that in New Game Plus.
Yeah, that's fine. I actually haven't played much this week. I think I only played like a few hours of that. I've actually really just got like lost in Severed for the last few days.
Cool.
Like where I just started playing it. Like I had Dark Souls on my TV ready to go.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, I'll just do this bit in Severed. And then I was playing Severed, and then I was like, oh, just shit. 3 hours.
Just
disappeared. So
we're going to talk about that later.
yeah. But, I don't really have much else to say. I do want to do a quick mention that at the time of listening to this, Rocket League will have released a free update that includes Hoops, their basketball update. I'm very jazzed to get into that with Mr. Sean Fry sometime this week. I think that'll be
Friend
fun.
of the show.
Friend of the show.
I'm interested in that.
Should we...
I'm not done. I've actually had something of a journey with Dark Souls. I've entered, so I'm going for the platinum still, Govinda. It's a piece of shit. It's not a great platinum.
No, doesn't look good.
It's hurting me, actually. In fact, I sort of swore off it this morning. Been grinding out some multiplayer trophies. And in its current state, this game is somewhat broken.
Say the B word.
Yeah, the B word. I'm going to say the B word. And the reason is this.
Look, let's not say the game itself isn't broken.
The game itself is...
A trophy's broken.
It's not broken, it's just really unfortunate.
Unattainable at this point.
So yes, I need to level up the Dark Moon Covenant.
No idea what that is.
To do that, okay, the first covenant you get is called the Way of the Blue. And if you have that equipped, when someone invades your game, a Blue Sentinel or a Dark Moon Covenant member...
So the Way of the Blue summons a Dark Moon.
Yeah, when they're threatened, their protectors jump into their world.
Oh, that's the Dark Moon Sentinel, yep.
Yep, and to level up this Dark Moon thing, you need to protect Way of the Blue members. And to do that, there need to be people that are in the Way of the Blue Covenant. And because, like, people equip this covenant for, like, a few hours and then you find something more interesting, it's almost impossible to be summoned into it. It's just, like, really, really difficult. And now I'm, like, soul level 120.
Oh, wow.
So, and in New Game Plus, which doesn't really matter, like, you can jump back, but there is, like, a level restriction. But it's interesting, because I'm seeing a very different side of this game, which I've never played before. Like, I've been playing as a mound maker, which is one of the covenants, and they're like the wild card. Have you seen these purple summon signs?
Yeah, they can go either way.
You go either way, but what's really interesting is I found a ring a very special ring because I've gotten every ring in the game now.
You did do that?
Yeah, something you need for the trophy. I believe it's called the Inhuman White ring. And what it does...
that's mean. I already know what it does.
What it does is it makes you appear as if you're a white phantom, which means an ally. So you look like you're someone's friend, and you drop into this game.
Even your summon sign's white?
I can't confirm that. And the message that pops up when you're summoned into the world, I don't know what that says for the host, but I've had several occasions now where I've... You'll be summoned into someone's world, and they're cruising around, they've got like an ally... And I would, like, bow to them and earn their trust and, like, fight some enemies with them and get all the way through a stage until they're low on health and just stab them in the back. Just, like... And the other one, the amazing one, is there's an item called I believe it's called an ashen tree branch. Have you ever found one of those?
Yeah, you can go invisible or you blend into the world.
You become an object.
Yeah.
So, like, you might become a statue. And I did an amazing one for Jack. He, like, wandered upstairs and was watching me play, and I just... was a statue, and I waited for so long. Like, it was the most patient thing, just waiting until, and there was like 3 guys I was trying to like hunt, track down and kill, and I waited until they'd all wandered past me except for the host, and he had his back to me, and out of like being a statue of a gargoyle, it just like shimmers, and I backstab this guy and kill him immediately, and like it pushes the other 2 guys out of the world. And it's just so satisfying.
That's dope.
It's got a great...
But also really fucked.
It's really fucked. But there's also, like, some really interesting, So, there's the Aldrich's Faithful Covenant. Oh, we'll try and keep it spoiler-free. But this is a covenant where, they're basically people that serve a church, and, they're summoned to protect, a specific area. Kind of like the, Rat Bros from Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
But that area has sort of become the unofficial PvP area of the game. So, like, you can have like someone trying to get through the area. They can summon up to 2 people with them, or 3 if they use an item. 2 red phantoms can join the fight, and up to 2 Aldrich Faithful can be summoned as well. So that's 8 people, like an 8-player PvP session of Dark Souls. Is something
4v4.
Well, not really, because it's like...
1v1v1v1.
It's like 3v2v2, but the 2 red phantoms can kill each other if they want. And then you've got all the environmental enemies that are just there anyway.
Wow.
So, like, shit gets real, and it's actually so much fun.
Wow.
And I would never have played this, because I don't really care about the multiplayer.
Yeah, the PvP, like...
Yeah. And, I've inadvertently just got a pretty solid build. Like, what I thought was quite basic is, like... Because people have, the meta has sort of, like, settled, and people are starting to, like, favor these katanas or these S-stocks, like a rapier kind of build.
Yeah.
And I just sort of have, like, a generic long sword and a long spear.
Yeah.
And people are never expecting the
spear.
Yeah, the spear comes out of nowhere, and, like, it's really good.
Got a good reach on it, too. Especially if someone's rocking a rapier or something, you just have them.
And I respec to get rid of all bullshit, so now I'm just pure... strength and dexterity and health. No magic, nothing. I've got
no pyromancy at all.
Oh, I've also got a maxed out Dragon Rider bow, which I pull out and just do a lot of damage with.
Oh, that's chill. I was thinking that because I don't even use my pyromancy at all.
Well, that's it. I was like, I don't use it enough, and it doesn't do as much damage as a regular attack.
It's kind of splitting your damage, yeah.
I feel like you got to go all in on magic if you're doing it.
Yep. So are you pure strength? Pure dex?
I'm a quality build, so I have...
Dex and strength.
40 strength, 40 dexterity, with 2 rings that puts it at 45 each.
Yeah, nice.
So you fuck some shit up. Also, really quickly, I found something really interesting in this area. I was summoned into a game, and I found what I've seen spoken about on Reddit, but never actually, like, witnessed, called a fight club. And so, like, you're summoned into a world, and the host is sort of just presiding over a coliseum, and, like, red phantoms, he'll just keep summoning them in, and they'll just enter an arena, fight one-on-one, and, like, 3 people will just be standing on the sidelines watching. And it's all just honor. Like, you are just not going to fuck with the host. You're just going to watch these people be summoned in. And I watched this one guy kill 6 people back-to-back, like, just... And he'd just, like, point out people in the crowd, and they would, like, step into the ring.
That's cool.
Fucking murder them. And I was thinking about being dirty and, like, just stabbing the host in the back or something. But in the end, I decided to respect the Fight
someone
Club.
like you.
It was actually like quite beautiful. I've never seen anything like that in this game. Like people just enjoying fighting each other, but like as a spectator sport within a video game.
Yeah. It's weird. Like
it's such an amazing game.
I played like 35 hours of Dark Souls, and there's just like still things I have no idea about.
Yeah.
Because I don't know most of the covenants and.
But yeah, as of this recording, last night I just vowed to myself, like, I can't spend any more time. I spent like 2 hours the other day just trying to get summoned, and I really achieved nothing. I just like walked around and I was like, fuck. This week I'm just going to play Ratchet.
Yeah, I think that's kind of my thinking is I'm going to try and just knock it out. I might go back to it when DLC drops, or I might maybe just when there's a drought. It's a good one just to keep. Same with Bloodborne. Like
more specifically, I'm just going to wait for a patch. I feel like this is going to be patched out really quickly. I can't confirm that, but
the problem with the blue moon or the grey moon, blue moon, purple moon,
dark moon. It's the one thing.
Grey, blue, purple, all kind of dark.
It's the one thing holding me back, and it's all over Reddit. Like this is the biggest problem with the game. So I really feel like this will be patched out.
That's fair.
Yeah. So that's been my week, and I'm actually like pretty fucking fired up about it, as you can imagine.
I hate facial hair. Like you drink a beer and it just like
kind of gets in there
and shit. But yeah, that's cool. Great game still. Like
it's like perfect.
Because I was at Lothric Castle and I was at the very beginning and I was by myself and there was like two really just heavy knights like right at the start, and I just like I kind of cheesed them on a door that they couldn't get through because I was like, you're just too strong. And then I got through and I was like, oh shit, okay, bonfire, sweet. And then I pushed my way up and like it was just really hectic. And eventually you just get to that bridge. And I was just
with
like,
the dragon.
What the fuck do I do?
It's interesting. I really like how you go the first level, the high wall of Lothric, and you're fighting these hollowed enemies. And it kind of comes full circle. In the last area, you're fighting them again, but they've got these more powered up knights backing them up.
Yeah. And then I got like surprise hit by a dude up on a wall, and he's throwing these little things at me. I'm like, what are you doing to me? And no. They actually scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, they were fucked up. They just drop
but they're just throwing little they're like gas bombs. And I was like, what is this doing? Like, I don't understand. And I'm in the middle of like a fight with this really big dual wielding dude, like two axes that he'll throw at you and then they just reappear in his hands. And you're like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh, I'm dying. I need to Estus. And I'm like, I can't Estus.
Yeah, he's, what's that called? It's the...
I got the axes, actually, off them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, off the drop.
Like twin axes?
Yeah.
That's cool. I haven't found that.
I was thinking about giving them a go because I do rock my classic axe still. Like, I literally got this axe 4 hours into the game and I've been using it ever since.
Those are grenades. I can't remember what they're called, but they stop you from healing.
Yeah,
you use them in PvP.
Yeah,
actually.
I was going to say, you should be able... It's the same item, I imagine.
Yeah, it is. They're very common.
And I just didn't know what it was doing. I was like, oh, my health is still there. That's sweet. And then I realized...
It's pretty cheeky.
Oh, it's great fun though. And then I got further and I got to another bonfire and then I got around, opened the gate, and then I just kind of was like, I need to just have a fucking break.
Just chill out.
Those assassins though.
They're scary.
And then there's another one of those, like, no, I'm going to call him a bell ringer from Bloodborne, but like they summon all the dead bodies around them to rise up and stuff. And I kind of just forgot because I hadn't seen one in so long.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, this guy was easy to kill. And I turn around, there's like 7 dudes running at me. I run outside and then 2 assassins drop down. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not ready for that.
It's good.
Wait until you run into the great sword Lothric knights.
No, this is what was haunting me because I got to the gate lever.
Yeah,
I pulled the gate open and I was like,
this is all right.
This is chill, but like, what's that sound? And it's just this healing mage.
Oh, and they buff each other.
And they're healing each other, buffing each other. So I'm trying to take him down with the bow, but by like. He has enough time between my shots to heal himself again.
Yeah.
And then there's this great sword Lothric Knight just cruising around with these 2 healing mages. I was like, I got to put this down for a second. I can't.
You just got to run past.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was so close.
Yeah.
I find bonfires are pretty close.
Yeah, they are actually. And it's funny now, like there's 70 rings in the first run through of the game. Then there's 20 more, and then I believe there's 16 in New Game Plus